Good afternoon, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Back again with your second video blog of the day for July 14, 2014. It's Monday. It's around 5:35 in Billerica, Massachusetts. It looks very steamy out there. We look like we're going to have a lot of rain and thunder showers and downpours. So be careful out there. Don't get stuck in a downpour because it might drop 1 to 2 inches of rain in an hour or so. Some news to report. Happy National Nude Day in the United States. And also, the All-Star starting pitchers have been selected. Starting for the American League will be Felix Hernandez of the Seattle Mariners. And starting for the National League will be Adam Wainwright for the St. Louis Cardinals. And also, there's been trade rumors again for Celtics guard Rondo Roger. This time it's to the Houston Rockets, who lost out in the Chris Bosh sweepstakes. These trade talks are going to probably go on until the trading deadline. I think Rondo needs to be re-signed, or he's shipped out of Boston, and then the Celtics could start the rebuilding process, I think. And on to the next subject. It's my continuing series on who should be in the Hall of Fame, if they're a Hall of Fame or not. My next subject is former NHL defenseman Chris Pronger. Is he a Hockey Hall of Famer? Chris played 18 seasons in the National Hockey League with the Hartford Whalers, St. Louis Blues, Edmonton Oilers, Anaheim Ducks, and Philadelphia Flyers. He played 1,167 games. He scored 157 goals, 541 assists, 698 career points. He had 121 playoff points. He won a Stanley Cup with the Ducks in 2007. And he made the Stanley Cup Finals with the Oilers in 2006. He won the Norris Trophy in 2000 with the St. Louis Blues. And also in 2000, he won the Hart Memorial Trophy as NHL's MVP. And he was the first NHL defenseman to win the MVP since Bobby Orr back in 1972. He made one postseason NHL All-Star team, the first team in 2000. And 3 other times he made the NHL All-Star second team postseason team. He played in like 5 All-Star games, and he won 2 Olympic gold medals for Team Canada, one in 2002, one in 2010, and he's a 2-time plus-minus award winner for the NHL in 1998 and 2000, and he was the captain of the St. Louis Blues for many years. Is he a Hockey Hall of Famer? Yes, he is. He has a good stats for a defenseman. He was kind of like a defensive defenseman, and there's not too many of them around, but he was very good, and he was consistent. He last played in the NHL in 2011, 2012, and he never officially announced his retirement because he suffered from post-concussion syndrome, plus he's having some vision problems. I don't know if he's going to be eligible for the Hall of Fame in 2015 or not, because he's still on the active roster for the Philadelphia Flyers, his last NHL team, so I don't know about that, but if when he officially retires, he's going to be a first ballot Hockey Hall of Famer. He's probably one of the best defensemen of the NHL generation from 1995 to 2004. Also, when he officially retires, I bet the St. Louis Blues retires number 44 up to the rafters. I have a St. Louis Blues jersey of Chris Pronger myself. I got it in 2005 at the Boston Bruins Pro Shop. It only cost $60 because the Boston Bruins Pro Shop was getting rid of the out-of-team jerseys because they weren't making money on them anymore. Not even for the Montreal Canadiens or the Toronto Maple Leafs or the New York Rangers or the Chicago Blackhawks or the Detroit Red Wings. So they marked them down, discounted prices to absolutely. There was some of the jerseys was only $25 or even $20. So anyway, that's enough about that. I'll be back later for the third and final video blog, and it's about the Dean of Wrestling Announcers, Gordon Solie. I'm going to tell you all about Gordon Solie, and the future blogs that are coming the way will be about lots of stuff. I'm going to talk about the 1998 home run race between Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa. I'm going to talk about Julie Broughton of Local 6 News Weather Lady in Orlando, Florida. I'm going to talk about Marv Albert. I'm going to talk about Paul Orndorff's heel turn. I'm going to do a fantasy booking scenario in 1999 about Dr. Death Steve Williams, how he should have been used better by the WWE, and this will shock a lot of people, how I'm going to book him. It's going to shock the world. And plus, more of my series of independent Boston television stations. Like the next one I'm going to do in the near future is WXNE Boston's 25, and then WQTV 68. Then I'm going to talk about the 3 independent New Hampshire television stations: WNDS TV 50, WNHT 21, and WGOT Channel 60. Plus, there might be a surprise or two, and maybe, just maybe, Rush Limbaugh's going to get a blog. And if you have any shout-outs you want, Facebook friends and YouTube followers, private message me, and I'll shout it out to you, okay? I'll be back later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers.